Hey guys, how's it going? Hey, today I want to talk just a little bit about the alkalinity that we should be worried about. And it's not the reading alkalinity. And this is especially for the guys that use the tabs. Because, you know, when you use the tabs, you know, you can have a pull 100 here, 150 over there, 200 over here. How do you know what that really needs to be if you have all of these variations of your CYA? Okay, now my pools and a lot of other guys out there, we keep our CYA at a certain level. That's it. We're not tab guys. We just get the CYA up to about 60, 70, and some like a little bit more. But on my pools, I know I have about 60 to 70 CYA in my pools. Some of them are 50. The salt pools might be down a little bit lower on that, but I try to keep them all at 60 to 70. And for me, I know my pools cannot go below a reading 90 alkalinity. If I do, I'm going to be down below 60 on the carbonate alkalinity, and that's the important one right there. A fast way to do this is because your carbonate alkalinity cannot be below 60. That's bottom line, and that could be a little bit too low right there. 65, 70, 80, you know, around in that area. We don't even really want it to be 90 because that's even too high. So now a quick way to find out, well, what is my carbonate alkalinity? How do we figure that out really fast? Okay, a fast way to do it is a 0.33 is a factor of a 7.6 on the LSI chart. And then it goes down to 7.4, it's only a couple difference, and then a 8.0 is only another couple difference. Go with that because you're only talking a few ppm one way or the other. So let's just go with the 0.33. So now on my pools, say if I have a 90 alkalinity, and I'll subtract the 90 alkalinity, subtract your conditioner. So let's go 60 on the conditioner times my 0.33. That gives me a 70 carbonate alkalinity. I'm totally safe right there. Okay, now let's go with a 90 alkalinity again. Subtract my, say 70 conditioner times my 0.33. That gives me a 66.9 carbonate alkalinity, and I'm still safe right there. I don't have to worry about it. So I know in my pools, I cannot have a reading alkalinity below 90 or I'm going to have problems. Okay, now guys that have this 200 conditioner, okay, and let's say I got a 100 alkalinity reading and I got a 200 conditioner in my pool. So let's go 100, subtract our 200 times a 0.33. That gives me a 34 carbonate alkalinity. My pool is corrosive, damage is being done to the plaster, and we're having problems with that pool. Not to mention all the other problems that I'm not going to really go into because this video is not about all those other problems. It's just about carbonate alkalinity. Knowing what you have to have as a reading alkalinity to make up for all your CYA. So you do not have low carbonate alkalinity. So let's go 180 now on a reading alkalinity, subtract my 200 on my CYA times a 0.33. That gives me 114 on the carbonate alkalinity. So we can go down more than that. So let's go, say 150, subtract a 200 times a 0.33. That gives me 84. So I can probably go down to roughly about 140 on an alkalinity with the 200 CYA. So let's go 140, subtract my 200 CYA times a 0.33. That's 74. That's probably right about in that area right there. 130, 140 alkalinity for a 200 CYA. You have to be there or you're going to have problems. And if you have a 300 CYA, a 400 CYA, you know, that alkalinity just needs to be way up there. And I don't know why you do that to yourself. Knowing that I know all my pools, okay, 90 alkalinity, I cannot go below that. That's it. All the other pools, these guys that use the tabs, well, this pool over here has to be 140. Well, that pool over there, I can't go below 160. How are you going to remember all of that? You can't. And you need 7.5% of chlorine in the pool per your conditioner. And my conditioners that I use, 4 or 5 ppm of chlorine, I'm good. That'll give me plenty of chlorine in the pool to not get algae. And again, conditioner holds on to 97% of that chlorine that is in that pool. So, and only 3% of that chlorine is going to be active. Okay, so if I have 4 ppm in my pool, so it goes 4 times 0.015, that gives me a 0.06 chlorine in the pool. Plenty to kill algae. We only need 0.05 in the pool to kill algae. And where I got that 1.5 is basically is the 3%. Because out of that 4 ppm, only 3% is going to be available. And then out of that 3%, you're taking another half of that, which is the 1.5, because of OCL. You got half of that is going to be OCL, half of that is going to be HOCl. So the killing form. So that's where that comes from, okay? So if I have 5 ppm in my pool times 0.015, which is half of the 3%, okay, then that leaves me with 0.075. Plenty of chlorine in that pool to not have problems. So I can go to a 4 ppm or 5 ppm in that pool. So I won't have problems in that pool. Okay, and still be in that 7.5% area. So let's go. Okay, so now let's take 60 conditioner times 0.075 equals 4.5 ppm of chlorine in the pool. And that's what I need. And that's what in my pools, that's what we have, 4 ppm to 5 ppm. You got a 70 conditioner. What do I need to have? Times 0.075. That's 5.25 chlorine I need. So I'm good with my 4 and my 5 ppm of chlorine in the pool to not have problems at a 60 or 70 conditioner. All right, guys, so that's about it. And that's how you figure out your carbonate alkalinity. And so you do not get below 60 bottom line minimum on your carbonate alkalinity and then start having problems with the pool, etching out the plaster and stuff. All right, guys, later.